Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how to make a Dickies dress. So this is my Dickies shirt. This is a size large. You do not need a size large. I think that this is all that they had at the store, so I just grabbed it. But I normally get smalls, but this one is a size large. If you need a large, you're going to need this. This is probably like for 7, 8, 10, 12. But I'm doing a 2T, so you do not need a large for a 2T, okay? So we're going to take all the tags and stuff off that we don't need. And then this right here, I'm going to take this off because I'll use it later. So I'm going to take my thread puller and go ahead and remove this. Okay, so I'm going to fold this over. Just make sure that it's folded evenly. And then I have this 2T dress that I brought from Once Upon a Child, which is basically just a secondhand store. You can go to the Goodwill, DAV, wherever, and find you a dress the way, in the shape, because like all dresses are shaped different. So you have some dresses that are like straight up and down, but I like the like curved out look. I think it's super cute. So that's what I did. I bought a dress that has the curved out look. Okay, so as you can see, see how it's thin and then it comes out. That's what I like, okay? This is a 2T. I suggest just go get whatever size you need and whatever shape. Make sure it's what you like. This particular dress was like $2.50. So I'm just going to use this as a pattern. So I'm going to do the same thing. This dress has pockets, which I think is so cool because you know how we wear dresses and don't have no pockets. I'm not going to put no pockets in the Dickies dress, but I'm just saying, this is cute to have pockets on the dress. Anyway, so you're going to fold this over. And you're going to make sure that your seams align. As you can see, I did cut one of the sleeves off, but that'll be for a whole nother tutorial. We ain't going to go there. We're just going to do a simple. Okay, so I'm going to put this line, the long end. Oh, hold on, let me. Okay, so I lined the long end up where the buttons are, and let's see, this now. Okay, I lined the long end up where the buttons are, which the buttons are on this side, and then where the sleeves are, I line it up with where the sleeve is on the shirt. So I make sure that it's nice and straight, and then I'm just gonna cut it. But when I cut it, I'm gonna give myself a 1 inch. At least a 1 inch seam allowance. If you feel like you need more seam allowance, go for it. At the bottom, I kind of do a little bit more because when I'm doing my hem, I like to make sure it's nice and folded and neat looking. So just leave yourself some room as you need it. If you need to cut afterwards, that's great because you rather not. I mean, you rather cut too much than not enough. Does that make sense? Yeah, you rather cut too much than not enough. So if you need to recut it afterwards, that's best than having something that's going to be too small. These Dickies shirts don't have no stretch, so you got to make sure that you do it right. So again, this is a 2T, and I am going to make this dress is going to be a 2T, so I need to do seam allowance. So for my seam allowance, I'm going to go ahead and do about 1 inch. I'm going to do a little bit more at the bottom. And then on the sides, I'm going to do 1 inch. If you need to measure it, get your measuring tape and measure where 1 inch is. Or you could just eyeball it like I do. And then you want to make sure that you're following that curve. When it goes straight, you need to go straight. And when it curves, you need to curve. And then I leave a lot of seam allowance for my sleeves. Because again, that's where I'm going to hem at. Oh, come on, scissors. So we don't need this. We'll throw away. So as you can see, the dress is already forming, but we do have to sew it. So I'm going to flip it inside out. You don't need this either. Anyway. These collars are so thick. When you flip the dress inside out, you got to pull the collar all the way out too. Okay. So you want to make it back even to where all your lines are even. Let's turn this a little bit. There we go. And you're going to use your clips or your needles. I like clips. And you're just going to clip it together or pin it together. And make sure that it stays in place where it needs to stay at. Okay, so this is what it should look like. You're going to take it to the sewing machine. You're going to sew from here all the way up to the sleeve, and from here all the way up to the sleeve. And when you get done, your dress is going to look like it's formed. And we'll go to the next step, which is just going to be hemming. But you're going to make those 2 sews, and then I'm going to come back and let y'all see. Okay, so this is how your dress should look when you get done sewing it. So as you can see, I sewed this side. I do a straight stitch, and then I go back through and do a zigzag stitch to make sure that I take up those edges. Same thing on this side. So now all you have to do is hem this, and you will be done. I have it unbuttoned, but you're going to hem the bottom, which if you're not familiar with hemming, you're just rolling it up. I do a double roll to where there's smooth edges, and then I just sew all the way across, and then do the same thing on the sleeves, and this will be done. Okay, so here is the finished product. I did the hem on the bottom. I did the hem on the arms. It's a little blurry. Why is it blurry? I did the hem on the arms, and the dress is completed. If you like to, you can take this and sew it back. I normally sew it like right there. You can sew it back on there. It's just a straight stitching around. But this is the finished product. I just wanted to show y'all this way. I'm going to show y'all the other way too. Hold on. Super cute. Again, this is a 2T. But I think it turned out great. So this is the finished product after I decorated it and everything. Super cute. And if you have any questions, hit me up on Facebook, Whitley Downs.